Alright guys, JKG here, back with another One Punch Man video, and as you guys can see, this is a PowerPoint slide, which means that I'm about to get serious because I hate doing PowerPoint slides. If you guys heard from the previous video about the schedule, okay, but I'm doing this for you guys. So yeah, let's get started. Before that, shout out to GB 147123. This guy he uploaded these information in this website gbyhn.com.tw. that's for Taiwan. I'm not sure if he has a YouTube channel or anything, but yeah, I'm putting his name here as a credit. Yeah, so let's get started. So today we will be talking about Ultra Ultimates and the enhanced passives. So Ultra Ultimates are when your keepsake is level 3, and the enhanced passive is when your character is 5 stars. Yeah, so today we'll be doing all the non-limited SSR units. So let's get started. First one, okay, so Child Emperor. I'll just show you guys these, and then I'll just list out the changes that are upgraded or buffed. Yeah, so for the ultimate, so these are the changes. So the damage for the whole roll, 5 hits, 130% is now 165%. The stun is the same, 50%. The shatter chance and the stun chance are the same. And then the shatter damage, so under the shatter for Child Emperor, the opponents usually receive 30% more damage, but after the Ultra Ultimate it increases to 40%. Yeah, that's all for the Ultra Ultimate. Is pretty underwhelming, I would say. Okay, so next, the enhanced passive. So usually the passive, your same row allies gets Berserk state after Child Emperor moves, but now it's allies around you or nearby you, so it's on your row and then your column as well. It's like a cross shape, I would say. Yeah, so it technically affects one more person. And then the Berserk buff, so the Berserk damage that is dealt used to be 30% and is now increased to 45%. Yeah, so a 15% increase in the damage. Yeah, so that's all for Child Emperor. Moving on, let's see who's next. Okay, next is Atomic Samurai. Let's see his ultimate damage. All enemies 5 hits used to be 90% damage, now it's 115%. And yeah, I think that's the only change in the ultimate. Passive, the follow-up damage increases from 80% to 120%. So when a duelist ally attacks, Atomic Samurai attacks in a follow-up, and the damage is 120%, which is quite a lot. So yeah, I think 5-star Atomic Samurai will be pretty strong. Okay, next we have Terrible Tornado. Let's take a look at her ultimate. Okay, there's quite a few changes. So the damage, all enemies 5 hits, the damage is increased from 100% to 120%. The chance of inflicting injury is the same, but the damage you get for the injury is increased from 50% to 65%. So it's 65% more damage when you attack that target. And then the injury used to affect nearby enemies, so it used to be a cross shape, so it's in your row and the column, but now it affects all enemies, which is quite a good upgrade. So I think this one is quite worth getting. Okay, so passive, the damage, the critical damage that you do as Tornado when an opponent is under injury is used to be 30% per enemy up to 3 times, and now it's 40%, also up to 3 times. Yeah, so the total is about 90% to increase to 120% if there are 3 enemies with injury. Yeah, pretty solid, not too bad. Okay, let's see who's next. Subterranean King. It's ultimate. Damage is 130%. Okay, this thing, okay, from this point onwards, as you guys can see, there are actually already some changes from C server to English server. So in the Chinese server, if you see here, the Subterranean King first skill, the ultimate skill, it deals 130%. But if you go to your English server account, you go and take a look at the album or see his skill, it's actually 140%. So I'm not sure why they did the change. There will be a couple more changes later and you guys will see. Yeah, so for this part, for the Chinese server, it increases to 165%. So for the C server, I'm not sure if they will make any changes here. Maybe it becomes 175% or it stays the same, I'm not sure. Okay, so, and then second change, burn damage increases from 60% to 80%. The chance is the same, 100% chance for 2 turns. Okay, passive. So the follow-up damage increases from 80% to 120% as well. So it's the same as Atomic Samurai. But this one is when you attack an enemy that is under burn, then Subterranean King will follow up. Yep. Okay, so let's see who's next. Vaccine Man. Ultimate. The damage used to be a weird number, 132%. Now it's 165%. The burn chance. So the chance to inflict burn increased from 50% to 75%. The turns and the damage is the same. 2 turns, 80% damage. Passive. So the dot damage increases from 50% to 70%. So as you guys can see while I'm doing all these, I'm kind of assuming that you guys already know like what they do usually. So I'm just explaining changes. So the dot damage increases from 50% to 70%. If you are not sure what I'm talking about, then you can go to the album and take a look at his skills. Yeah, so we'll move on already. So next is Tank Top Master Ultimate. The damage increased from 150% to 188%. And then the tenacity, so the amount that you are able to absorb the damage, increases from 20% to 30% of your max HP. Okay, and then the passive, he deals extra damage based on 8% of his HP, now increased to 9%, but there is an additional effect. So I think this is the first time that there is a new effect added for the enhanced passive. So additional effect, 50% chance to deal equal damage to enemies on the same row as main target. So not only it's 90% to the main target, it also deals 9% of your HP to targets in the same row, which is pretty good. Yeah, and he is kind of free to play. You can choose him at the start of the game when you do 20 multis, I think. Yeah, I actually chose him. So let's see next time whether I can build him to 5 stars, and then I'll maybe do a showcase for him. I didn't really level him up though, so yeah, it will take a while. Okay, so Deep Sea King Ultimate. Damage increases from 210%, 3 hits, single target, increased to 264%. I'm not sure where they get these weird numbers from. So it's 264%, and then he also deals damage based on his missing HP. So it used to be 50% of his missing HP as damage up to 50%. Now it's increased to 75%. Yeah, so let's see his passive. The tenacity. So when you are under 50% HP, you gain a tenacity buff, where you can absorb 10% of your HP, and yeah, now it's increased to 15%. Yep, that's about all for Deep Sea King. Okay, let's see Carnage Kabuto. Ultimate. Okay, so the ultimate damage, also single target 2 hits. Now it's used to be 210%, increased to 262. Another weird number, not sure where it's from. And then after your attack, you heal yourself. 20% of your max HP now increased to 35%. And then on your second hit, if you crit, you can deal injury to the main target. So the injury damage increases from 50 to 80%. So it's passive. Okay, passive, he has a damage reflect, as you guys know. So he can combo well with Deep Sea King. His damage reflect increases from 20 to 30%. Yeah, I think that is why we see a lot of Carnage Kabuto in the Chinese meta. If you are not sure what I'm talking about, I think I'll put a card up there so you can check it out. Yeah, so let's move on. Super Alloy. Okay, ultimate damage 130% increase to 160 in a cross shape, and then the damage reduction. So he can also share damage with 2 of his lowest HP allies. So it used to be reduce the damage taken by 20%. Now it's increased to 40%. Yeah, so see his passive. So his passive was on the first turn, like at the start of battle, you gain a out damage reduction. So you can receive less damage from your opponent's ultimates. So it used to be 40%, now it's 50%. And when you die, you actually kind of come back to life, so it's like unyielding, and then you heal 30%, so that heal is increased to 40%. Next is Genryu Ganshoop ultimate. So in a row 5 hits, it deals 130% damage. Now it increased to 165%. And then the 1 energy seal, now it's increased to 2 energy. Okay, passive. Okay, so this is a bit weird. Okay, so if you see the Chinese server passive, there's only 1 line, and it is like every time you take an action, you remove 1 energy from the enemy, and that is all for the passive in the Chinese server. But if you look at your Genryu Ganshoop right now in your C server, there is actually an additional effect. So every point of energy deducted deals extra damage. I believe it's 40% in the English server. Yeah, so I'm not sure why they added that already. So it's actually supposed to be his enhanced passive. So every point of energy deducted deals extra damage of 50%. Yeah, that's supposed to be the enhanced passive. I'm not sure why in the normal passive it actually deals 40% attack already. So I'm not sure if at 5-star how much damage this will be. Maybe this will stay at 50 or it will be more. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I'll update you guys once I know the answer. And yeah, we'll move on to the next again. So Piri Prisoner ultimate, single target 5 hits, 210% damage. Now it's 265, so I think it's about almost the same as Deep Sea King or Carnage Kabuto. And then you also deal weaken, you inflict weaken on the target. So the weaken used to be 40% and now it's 50%. So the target deals 50% less damage. Yeah, so passive. Okay, so splash damage. So when you use your ultimate, you deal 5 hits, right? So the last hit is supposed to deal 20% splash damage, but in our server, the C server, is actually 40% the start. So yeah, in the Chinese server it's 20% and it increases to 50% at 5 stars. So I'm not sure for our server if it will still be 50% or it will be a lot more than that. Yeah, so moving on to the second effect, so the crit splash stack. So when you deal your 5 hits, whenever you have a crit, it stacks your damage by 100%. Oh sorry, this splash damage I think is supposed to be 45%. So 20% increase to 45%. Yeah, okay, so the crit splash stack, it stacks, used to stack up to 2 times, now it's 3 times. Yeah, so that is quite a lot of damage. The only thing is that this one I'm not sure if it will stay the same or it will change. We'll find out. Or if you guys know, if anyone has any 5-star Puri, you guys can let me know in the comments below. Yeah, so moving on, the second last one, Glory Burst. So this one, I think not a lot of people have this, so I might have to kind of explain what the ultimate does. So this ultimate does damage to the whole row, 5 hits, 130%. So the damage is increased to 165%, and then 100% chance to inflict the main target with corrode for 2 turns. So the dot damage increased from 15% of your attack to 30%. And this one is also a bit different in our server. In our server is 20% of the dot. Yeah, so for 5 stars I'm not sure if it will change. Okay, passive. So in the battlefield, when there is an enemy under corrode, you increase your attack and your allies attack by 10% each, up to 3 times. So it's increased to 15%, up to 3 times as well. So it's potentially a 45% increase to all your allies if there are 3 corroded units in the opponent team, which I think is pretty good. So you need a corrosion lineup. Okay, let's move on to the last one. Okay, Melzer Guard. This can be considered the hardest unit to obtain among the non-limited ones because he has only a 0.5% chance. So yeah, hardest as in the chance of getting him is low, because for Glory Burst, if you are really rich, you can just keep refreshing Mystery Store and buy his shards. Okay, anyway, let's see his ultimate. So he does damage to a cross shape, 5 hits, used to be 130%, now it's increased to 165. And then you heal yourself for 20%, now it's increased to 25%. You heal all allies as well, 5% of Melzer Guard's max HP, now it's increased to 10%. So this upgrade is quite significant, quite a lot of heal. Ally heal is doubled. Okay, but I'm not sure how to get his keepsake since he's already so rare. Okay, passive. So damage reduction. Okay, so when your allies receive damage, you tank 20% of the damage for them, so it's the same as Super Alloy, similar to his. So the damage reduction is 20%. So in the C server, for our server, it's already at 50% at level 1, if I'm not wrong, because I was looking at it in the album and I saw that it's 50%. So I believe that should be his level 1 passive, but I'm not sure why it's so much different, because in the Chinese server, the damage reduction is 50% after you get enhanced passive, which is 5-star unit, but in C server it's already 50% at level 1. so I'm not sure how much damage reduction it will be after the enhanced passive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are not a lot of people with 5-star Melzer Guards running around. So yeah, we might have to wait a while more to see what changes there are. Yeah, that's what I want to say. And yeah, I think that's the end of my slides. Yeah, so this is a pretty long video. I actually have more to show you guys, but I decided to split the video up because I don't want it to be too long. It's already 20 minutes. Yeah, so up next I will probably do all the SRs, so all the Amaimas, Golden Boy, Mosquito Girls and stuff. I should cover that in the next video, and then after that I think I will start on limited SSRs, but those info are pretty limited as of now, so I'm not sure when that will come out. So yeah, that is all for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. Also subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.